Hello everyone, it's Cassie and welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. Today I am here with some Trinity Stamps goodies. We are celebrating the new holiday release for 2025 and it is available now. I'm going to be using some of the really cool new coffee products. We've got the Coffee on the Go die. This is fabulous. It goes perfectly with the takeout coffee cup die, which I'm not going to be using, but that's what it looks like. It's awesome. You can make an actual coffee cup card. It's cool. And then I'm going to be adding the Nutcracker Cup Add-on. He's so cute. I could not resist. So many cute dies. And then we're going to use the Simply Sentimental Mary stamp set. That's not new, but I love it. You guys know I love those Simply Sentimentals. So we're going to go ahead and get started by making our background first. I am not making a shaped card. We're going to make a 5x7. I have a piece of 6x8 mixed media paper and I have spritzed some antique linen all over that background. I sprayed some and then I tried to make sure I got some big droplets. I really want this background to have a good amount of texture. So now I'm going to trim it down to be 5x7. So I trim an inch off there and an inch off there, and we'll save those pieces for another project. And then I'm going to do a little bit more to that background. This next thing that I do, I'm adding some tea dye to a Teflon mat. And I don't think it really did much, but I'm showing you anyway. So I'm putting a little bit of that tea dye on there, and then I'm going to spritz it with water and then smush my paper into it. Like I said, I don't think it did a whole lot, but we show you anyway. And then I make sure that everything is good and dry before I move on to each of those steps. The last thing you want to do is add things. I mean, unless that's the look you're going for. I want layers, so I try to make sure that I am adding those layers on and drying in between. So everything's good and dry right now. And now I'm adding the good old vintage photo using one of my blending brushes. I'm just blending that on 3 of those sides. I don't do it on that final side because I'm going to add a piece of craft cardstock on the bottom just to kind of give some grounding, almost like it's either a tabletop or the floor or whatnot, because my coffee cup is going to be sitting on it. And so I'll clean up my mess. I bring in that piece of craft cardstock, the vintage photo once again, and I'm going to put that all over all 4 sides, just blending that around. And then I'm going to do a little bit more to that background. I'm going to bring in some Walnut Stain Distress Spray once everything is cleaned off here. And then we're just going to splatter that. We'll take the lid off and we'll put splatters of that all over both the floor and the background. And then I'm going to make sure that that is good and dry with my heat tool. And then I'm bringing in some Dina Wakley white acrylic gloss spray. And I'm going to take the cap off and just splatter that all over that background too. I don't really want it on the floor. I'm just doing it on that background. And then I'm going to set that off to the side to dry. It's acrylic paint, so it's going to take a little bit longer. So we'll set that off to the side. I did all of my die cutting ahead of time. And I'm using my packaging as to show me how I can put everything together. You do want to have a piece of the Coffee on the Go die. You want that big piece. And then I did that on white because everything's going to go on the top of that. I also die cut out a little bit of pink. I used some scrap pink that I had. As you can tell, that's not straight at the top, but that's going to get covered. I just need it for the bottom section. I'm putting this onto a grip mat, and then I'm bringing in my little Sidekick blender brushes and some Prom Queen ink. And I am blending on some of that just to add a little bit of texture and dimension to each of our pieces. And I'm just using, that's the cuffs, and that is the bottom of our little Nutcracker's pants. And then I'm going to put all the things that are like this bluish color on there. And I'm bringing in some evergreen bough and my blending brush. And there are a couple pieces in there that I want to be fully colored with that evergreen bough. So I am, as you can tell, blending that color on pretty strongly on a couple pieces. His arms, I just put a little bit of that on there. The top of, or the bill of his hat, and then we have his belt, and also the piece that goes over the coffee cup, and then the lid, and then the lid itself I'm just adding a little bit of color to. Not a lot, just a little bit on those edges to make the areas where it's embossed pop a little bit more. And in between, I'm cleaning off my grip mat each time because I don't want that color to go on to the next pieces. And so we do need to bring in his, I guess his jacket, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color on the edges of that too. Not a lot. We need that to stay mostly that color. And I went through just my scraps. Then I need some flesh tone colors. I've got some blush, and that I did again cut that out of the Coffee on the Go, and I did that on some scraps, so that part has that's going to get covered. The bottom part of that will get covered, so I'm not worried about that. And then we have all of our little gold pieces that I cut out of some yellow cardstock, and I'm bringing in some wild honey and another one of my little blending sidekicks to blend some of that color on there. And then we're ready to start assembling. So here I'm going to start with his pants. So we'll glue this down. And then I do grab his jacket. I screw that part up, but thankfully this is why I use liquid glue most of the time, because I have a tendency to do things like this. So I put the jacket down, and then I realized, whoops, I need his face to be under there too. So I'm going to peel back his jacket, and then I'll put his face down, and you'll see that bottom section gets covered with the jacket, so you don't see those. I just love to go through my scraps and find pieces that I can use up with the different dies that way. So that's super helpful. And so he's coming together, and then we're going to do his little arms. I screw up his little hands because I wasn't paying any attention to the fact that his jacket piece has the part for the bottom of his hands. And so I'm attaching his shoulder boards, and then I'm thinking, oh, I need to put his little hands on top, which you don't need to do. And thankfully, again, using liquid glue, I'm able to pull that away. So pay no attention to what I'm doing right there. And then I put his cuffs over the top. Those are the pink cuffs. And it's at this point that I realize that, well, one, I had the cuffs on the wrong hand. And then I go to put these on our little Nutcracker, and I realize, oh, he has a spot for his hands. So I'll put a little bit of glue there, pull off that hand section, and add that down. Thankfully, again, liquid glue, so nothing was completely adhered just yet. If it was, you could always take it off and re-die cut the pieces, but I don't want to be wasting time if I don't need to be wasting time. So there his little hands can go down, and then we can put his arms. All the room there. He's coming together so nicely. And then I also have his mustache and his teeth. I did cut a piece of scrap white cardstock that is going to go behind his mustache area, so it'll make his teeth white. You could inlay just white pieces if you wanted to do that. I didn't want to do that, so I'm just trimming down a small white piece that will go behind and just cover for his teeth, and we'll just glue that behind. And then we can attach this piece to the front. And again, I'm using the packaging to show me where everything's going to go and how it's all going to get placed on there. So we'll put his little teeth down and his mustache. That just really, really sets it. Those Nutcracker teeth just make me smile. Next up is his belt. And then we'll do his belt buckle. And I'm using reverse tweezers for a lot of those smaller pieces, and also my pickup stick. Those are two tools that I just have to have. Reverse tweezers and a pickup stick. And then now we'll do his buttons for the front of his jacket. And then we'll start piecing together his nose. And we also have his eyes. And I'm just going to put little dots where his eyes are going to go, little dots of glue, and then I can use my pickup stick to place those eyes on there. He's adorable. And then his eyebrows. And then we can start putting together the lid or his hat. So this has this band. There is another piece that you could cut out from the the take out coffee cup die set that goes on the bottom portion of the cup, but I didn't think it was necessary to have it for this particular card. On other cards that I did make for this release, I did use that piece. So if you're going to get the take out coffee cup die, you might as well get the coffee on the go. And there are so many fun, different little characters that are getting released for the holidays that I just, oh my goodness. And who doesn't love a little bit of coffee or tea, right? So we'll put together his hat. His full hat is ready to go. So now we can put down his hair. And the parts that stick up above his head, that's where you can attach your coffee cup. Or the coffee lid, my bad. So we'll put a little bit of glue there and just a little on the bill of his hat and attach that down. And now he is ready to go on the front of the card. He's so darling. And think of the color combinations you could do. So many fun colors. Like even the one that's on the packaging I thought was great. But you could go with some really great Christmas colors, just straight red and green, the old classics. I love the blues and pinks. I think those are fun. So now we're assembling our piece. This is our 5x7 piece. So there's the flooring, and then we can glue him down. You could use foam tape if you wanted to. I decided to use just liquid glue. Make it an easy mailer. And then I need a sentiment on there. So I'm going to grab in that Simply Sentimental Mary stamp set and the matching dies. And so I'm going to use the die set to cut out the word Mary. We'll get the white shadow and the black Mary. And then use a little bit of liquid glue in my reverse tweezers. And then we can easily attach that down to that white shadow. And you have a lot of great options for the words to go along with Mary for this set. So I decided to use Mary Everything. So we're going to stamp everything underneath the word Merry. But there's Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas, of course. So some really fun options for that. So we'll glue down the word Merry. And then we're going to use some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp the word Everything. Now we need to attach this down to a 5x7 card base. So that just was a piece of white cardstock that I cut down to 7 inches by 10 inches and scored at 5 inches. So it is a side folding 5x7. But take a look at how cute that turned out. And like I said, this is a part of a hop. So you're going to want to head down to my description box down below and take a look at how you can participate. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.